Fossil is a well-known watchmaker who's never been afraid to dabble in Android Wear. In fact, they have more Android Wear devices than most major smartwatch manufacturers, and the new limited edition Fossil Q, designed by National Geographic photographer Cory Richards, blends a fashionable design with the latest Android Wear 2.0. The Fossil Q with Cory Richards' design is part of the Q Marshall collection, and like the other models in that collection, this is a big watch. Its 45mm casing is 14mm thick, which isn't terribly uncommon in LTE connected smartwatches, but this isn't one. You'll have to make do with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and in addition to missing a data connection, there's also no heart rate monitor on the Q, which means the health and fitness crowd may want to look elsewhere. Now, if you're like me and don't particularly care to have those features, there's still a lot to like here. Yes, the Q is a big watch, too big for my wrist, as most watches are, but it's also a handsome and elegant one, with a stainless steel design, decent but unremarkable screen, IP67 water resistance, and all the fine details I like about a classic watch. A notched ring around the display, and a crown to the side. There's just one problem. Neither of them do anything. The rotating bezel and digital crown are some of the best aspects of the Gear S3 and Apple Watch respectively, and it feels like such a tease that both features here are just for cosmetics. On the bright side, I guess, the crown at least houses the single button used to operate Android Wear. It's good to see the newest version of Android Wear on board here, though my unit required a software update to get there. With the update comes a more modern design, standalone apps, Google Assistant, and more, and it all runs very smoothly on the Fossil Q. There's also a Fossil Q app pre-installed that acts as a sort of hub for all of the custom watch faces this particular model comes with. My only real complaint with the software experience is how often the Raise to Wake feature just doesn't work. You can just enable the always-on display to combat this, but that's just an extra battery drain I'm not sure I'm willing to deal with. That's because Fossil's claim of 24-hour battery life on the Cory Richards model is only really accurate when you're leaving always-on display turned off. And even then, sometimes that's a bit of a stretch. Still, you can charge it back up fairly quickly using the included magnetic puck, but it's such a frustratingly loose connection that you might want to check on it from time to time to make sure it's still attached and charging. Totaling in at $325, it's hard to recommend the Fossil Q over some of the other Android Wear 2 options out there. The software isn't really anything special here, and there are definitely better displays to be had as well. But it's by no means a bad smartwatch, and if you're willing to spend a little extra for something that looks more chic than geek, well, I can't say I blame you. Special thanks to my friend Nick for modeling the metal strap on the Fossil Q, so my tiny wrists didn't have to. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to be notified of future content. For 9 to 5 Google, I'm Hayato Huseman, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.